Guardians. She's currently living in a group home for at-risk girls in New York. There's no one in...
They'll say their case takes precedence over ours. But if it were a federal case, they might back off.
Josh made fun of her and his... Maybe to you. To him, it was his act. If we go after him based on his stand-up routine, he is going...
Your Honor, I know you're giving this man latitude, but he has crossed over. He is using this trial to humiliate and re-traumatize Detective Benson.
Sustained. Proceed, Mr. Lewis.
But didn't you attend the store with his wife? No chance. He hasn't seen her in 3 years. She's partying in Miami.
Are you sure? Because he still wears his ring.
I'm sure. Eddie's just católico, loyal. So Lindsay saw the ring, tried to make up a story.
Yeah, then she says that she'd be more comfortable just talking to him tomorrow.
Because she thinks she has a better chance at working.
An abuse of power.
Yes, we're all very much aware of that, Your Honor, but this is an extraordinary male partner. So she's lied to you, tried to manipulate you.
So did Eddie.
I know Eddie's story. What's hers?
She tried to shake him down, and Alex sent Eddie over to tune her up.
Interesting theory. If you knew Yelena, you know you'd never step out on her.
Well, all due respect, counsel, you may not be totally objective.
Nick.
Like, if Eddie was sent to assault her or scare her, we're looking
I
at...
understand what you're saying. And you're wrong. But take the steps you would with any other investigation. No one's interfering. Miss Castile, you just said you love your black employees.
I love all my employees. I have a gay Chinese assistant.
Good for you. But your black employees are the only ones that you refer to as field hands.
Well, that was big.
And when you denied black employees the use of the dining room bathrooms, that was also just a vestige?
Our restaurant's about hospitality. I have never denied an employee a fair working environment, promotion.
As long as they don't serve food to white customers or use their bathrooms?
Objection.
Mr. Barba, move on.
First, Chez Jolene. She's a minor, an abused runaway, a victim of sexual assault. I'd like you to give our office and the federal task force precedence on the more serious charge. Was in New Orleans. Did you carry a gun then?
No, there was no need.
Well, so you only started carrying a concealed gun in New York? Why's that?
When I moved up here, I was a public figure. I felt more threatened.
Because New York was less segregated than you're used to?
I didn't say that.
But you did.
To whose custody we can release her.
She's a teenage runaway with a record. Under the circumstances, I find her a flight risk. Defendant is hereby remanded to a secure juvenile facility pending trial. Officer, take Miss Wilson into custody.
He arrested Claire, no bail? How long is the New Jersey trial backlog?
She could be in for
A lot of money for a family court judge. It's just gray, it's Satyagraha gray.
Look, it's pretty black and white to me. Have you seen the clips from Galloway's Act?
A comic who makes rape jokes is not the same thing as a rapist. Do you have anything more concrete?
We're waiting for the rape kit results, but a preliminary examination shows forceful anal penetration with bruising, tearing, and swelling.
And she didn't realize she was raped until, say, in Le Bon Temps magazine, nobody takes the subway in New York unless they have to. It's like a jungle train through the Congo. A telling joke. On the night you saw Makad Carter, did you see a field hand, a jungle animal, or just a boy trying to make his way home?
Objection.
No, I want to answer that. I saw a hooded man following me.
Report.
If you had any evidence of that, you wouldn't be here on this fishing expedition. Or is there something specific?
In PR. You want to get in front of this thing before it explodes in your face?
I've heard enough. For generations, we've created...
I thought you took a job in L.A.
Oh, you know the story. New York cops, DAs, we go out there, but never fills clubs, gets them hooked on drugs, and then they owe him.
She's being arraigned.
I told him to back off, and he came through my gate.
So if it had been a white man who was walking behind you, would you have told him to get back? Would you have pulled your gun?
Objection.
If it was a white boy, I wouldn't have been afraid.
So let's be clear. Makad Carter didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to say anything. He just had to be a black boy standing on your sidewalk. And that gave you the right to shoot him.
That's not what I said.
Isn't it? Nothing further. Still, he said, she said, only this time the he is dead.
Because
They're never gonna hear his.
she won't take this.
And Juan Flores. Who else did you...
I'm glad Manor Hill is taking these charges serious.
Like hell we
Apply if the school failed to report the abuse and continues to cover up its failure to report.
did lead.
Where was Child Services?
Well, Carisi talked to Keith Muzio, her caseworker.
Keisha's dead. What's there to cover up?
Their complicity.
You want to prosecute the caseworker?
Yes.
Brooklyn tried that and lost. Morally responsible, okay. Legally is...
Keisha didn't lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. If Keith had actually been showing up for his visits, he would have noticed.
And she'd still be alive.
Okay, all right, I get it.
There's a right way and a wrong way to do this. After she's arraigned, you can file that.
If I had to guess, he hasn't seen the Ozunas for at least 4 months.
4 months?
Keith inherits the Ozuna case last November when his co-worker starts him.
And
The caseworker lied about his visits. The
Early last Saturday morning, 8-year-old Keisha Houston died after her mother, Manuela Osuna, locked her in a dog cage. You're angry, emotional. If you want me to go after this guy, I'm gonna need more than maternal outrage to make a case. Visit report on the Ozunas dated 2 weeks ago?
Oh, there is. But doesn't mean he was there.
Claire just happens to get arrested by Hudson County sheriffs.
Hudson County makes the rest of Jersey look like Switzerland. He got his cronies to up the pressure on Claire so she dropped the charges. It's not a bad plan.
So how hard is it going to be to get her out of there?
What about an exoneree who has been repeatedly raped in prison?
Testify.
She told me she's not sure she heard Sean's voice. Not anymore.
What the hell did you say to her?
You putting this on me?
You're the last person she talked to.
Hold on.
This isn't about Melanie. It's about her daughter. We need to get justice for her. You blame yourself for your daughter's death, don't you?
Excuse me?
You caused Ashley's death. If you had not made that false identification 16 years... Miss Osuna has been charged with homicide. We discovered reckless endangerment of a child. Thank you. Interruption. But you didn't go to the hospital, you didn't tell the police.
I was afraid of what people would think of me. My dress was red, stained. He raped me to get here.
Okay, we can reimburse you for that.
And that's it?
Everything all right, Tiana?
Hello, white.
You're a lawyer, so you know lying to the police and the DA is obstruction of justice. I'm gonna ask you again. You were alone in the study making a call?
What's this really about?
Protocol.
You are certain you heard Sean's voice in your house the night of the murder around midnight? Correct? Murder 2. He serves a minimum of 15 years.
He allocutes. Everybody needs to know that we got it right this time.
I could start over. She wasn't afraid to be alone.
Clark. You remember seeing him?
There were a lot of people at that party. I have a vague recollection.
Brody's isn't quite as vague. Years ago, he never would have gone to prison, which means he never would have killed Ashley.
That's not true.
That's not true, or you don't want it to be true. Because in your mind, if he killed Ashley, you killed her. And that's too painful to accept. That's why you don't want to testify.
I sent him there.
To feel this guilty. You obviously believe he killed your daughter. Which means... Later today in Hudson County, what do you know about Prosecutor Moscone? A witness for a federal grand jury targeting underage sex. That's why I'm here.
He was of age. I do hope the NYPD isn't in the business of outing gay men.
Lucky. Look, Dennis gave us 2 more flash drives. We've gone through hours of this stuff.
Is there anyone underage in these videos who's within the statute of limitations?
He's more clever than that. In the last 9 years, all of Brubeck's movies have been shot in Pennsylvania, Washington, or Montana.
All states with an age of consent of 16 and a mistake of age defense.
Meaning the guy can have... What?
How much is that suit? $2 grand?
I beg your pardon?
And that tie? Please. I work retail. You don't think I know?
Okay, Tiana, what does that have to do with this?
Oh.
Sex with a 14-year-old and claim he thought that she was 16.
He's ruined countless lives. There has got to be a way to stop him.
And yet, Brubeck's threading the loophole of legality state by state. He keeps very good records, very thorough. He's got their DOB on every audition video. Pennsylvania, Montana.
He's still in custody on federal charges?
Yeah, his lawyers tried for bail, but they were shut down. Why?
What if our investigation turned up information that Johnny D. fathered a child with Ellie Porter?
This conversation is hypothetical as of now, okay?
To disclose.
What is this? Winnipeg Nights? Who saw this tape?
I did, but it's not like an audition. It's more like foreplay.
Or was it shot in Canada?
The audition was.
Okay, I need you two to get on.
If the film was never made, and if you got lucky up there?
I just... forget it. Just tell me what you and Mr. Barr want me to say.
I want you to say exactly what happened.
Let me look at what I said before, and I'll get it right.
Oh, okay, then
What
tell us
did you mean when you
happened.
said you'd say what Orion Bauer wanted you to say? Orion Bauer gave you a bonus to keep quiet about the initial complaint, isn't that right?
A bonus. Uh-huh. Right.
Are you saying he didn't make a payment?
Sorry, watch those blocks.
So what, that toy box is just, what, decorative?
Oh, you brought the jokes. Will you hold it for a second?
So, you said you didn't want to talk about this in the office?
Johnny D, the pimp,
You double-checked?
ran the DNA 3 times. Johnny D was a major trafficker, probably bought and sold every girl who's been put to work in New York. And then he raped them to break them in. Like, I haven't slept since. Just tell me that he doesn't have to know.
He doesn't. It's not exculpatory in any way. He never needs to find out.
I've already started the adoption paperwork.
Given Noah's early history, how can you be expected to know who his father was? Hey. How you doing?
You know, I honestly don't know how to answer that. I stay up all night watching him. If I hear a sound, I'm up. We went to the corner fruit stand, and this woman said, "But you didn't come over."
I came here to talk to my friend about whatever she wants to talk about. Is she gonna ask me in?
Of course.
About the deer.
We saw mommy, deer, and their baby when we were driving home. They ran right in front of us.
In front of you? That's jaywalking. They're lucky they weren't in New York.
A deer in New York? You're silly.
You let him into your home late at night while wearing lingerie.
It was a nightgown.
We're not going to argue about semantics. This is what you were wearing.
Yes, but I was ready for bed.
Or maybe situated employed illegally. She herself is a victim of sexual assault.
I'm sorry. There's an emotion you'd like. Now let's get this done and dusted. People on bail.
Defendant has no legal...
Going to claim he's being persecuted for free speech. He may not be entirely wrong. Fuzzy memory. She spent the night. I take it you have a warrant. Okay, you know that's a reach. Get me another Vic, then we can talk.
Consumed by her work? Children?
Objection, relevance.
Hostile?
Objection.
What, again?
Fake any signs of forced entry. Could
Objection. What do you...
Courtship.
Objection.
I need to change my defense.
Help, he's raping me.
No.
Are you saying your son...
At first, he starts in the bedroom, then to the bath, and then it depends on audience requests.
In the last video we have of Emily, he invited his audience to submit requests. How long between posts?
Sometimes a few days, but sometimes more.
No sense of place or time, outside sounds.
It's a windowless room. The clothes, the toys, bedspreads, furniture, they're all generic.
All we have are the girls. Odds are, when he's through, they go into drugs or prostitution. They're probably in the system. I am. Mr. Platt, did you assault Martha Cobb with a cardboard tube?
Absolutely not.
Why should we believe you?
What?
It's a very simple question. Why should we believe you?
Because I'm giving you my word, under oath.
That's all you got? Because in my humble opinion... Before you say that you've never met her.
We haven't. She friended the campaign on Facebook and wanted to volunteer. We've never even been in the same room.
You exchange direct messages.
Which I've done with hundreds of other constituents.
She's not a... I'll issue warrants.
Warrants for what? They're all victims.
You'll think of something. We've got to get Emily, fast. These other girls, it's too late for them.
You got the wiretap warrant that fast?
I'm quick. We love you. You help them get on the state payroll?
My office helps a lot of people.
I guess it's trickier when they're too young to take the job, like Jody Lanier. She's a high school sophomore. Let me stop you. Constituents, and she's 15, Alex!
I had no way of knowing that.
Really? Not after the picture she's... You were ready to sexually assault a 15-year-old boy. You let him into your house while wearing only a nightgown. An hour later, your son interrupted you and Trey in the kitchen. Even though you saw a rifle in his hand, you cried rape to cover up the fact that you were abusing his friend.
Trey raped me.
No, you raped him.
Objection.
Withdrawn. Here.
6 days before the election, the people will know better.
I risked everything that I had to give you fair warning, Alex, and you know that.
Here's what I know, Rafael. Ever since you got that Ivy League scholarship, you've been hooked on their teeth. You think you're one of them because you go on their ski vacations and their yachts? The man snaps his finger, you jump up and fight for him.
It's not about me, and you damn well know it.
You know what Yelena thinks? She thinks that you've always been jealous of me because you can't stand to see the Cubano get ahead. Because you think there's room for only one of us at the top. And if I go down, that leaves you. Let me tell you something. You take me down, the people will hold it against you. You won't be able to show your face and body, and your political future will be over.
Are you threatening me, Alex?
I'm looking out for you, Rafi. Just like the old days.
What did you do?
I called you about this case.
You know, when we first started working together, what was it? The world was an old movie. It was all black and white, and it was high noon. I was Gary Cooper. I was absolutely sure, absolutely. Who were the good guys, who were the bad guys? And then you started to weasel your way into my world in the black and white. Sent you pictures that you asked for, by the way. And these, you solicited and exchanged naked photos with a 15-year-old girl. This puts you in possession of child pornography.
Where did you get those? Eddie?
Eddie, you used him as the bagman for everyone else, except for the 15-year-old, because you knew that would upset him.
You son of a bitch. You're using Eddie to swift boat me? You're taking advantage of him like this?
I am?
I had no idea what Eddie was up to. Maybe he thought he was looking out for me.
Right, okay, so. Here we are, Alejandro. I have to turn these over to a special prosecutor immediately. If you suspend the campaign, it might go easier for you.
They got my oldest friend to be the hatchet man. How much are they paying you to take me down?
There's no vendetta. Became different shades of gray. Don't say it. Most of the people in this courtroom think your word is garbage. You don't possess an ounce. The people are unable to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Justin I move to dismiss the indictment. The perpetrator of this crime will never be known to a legal certainty.
I changed what I said in court.
That's okay.
¿Qué pasa si Cuba pudiera hacer valer sus derechos?
Get you on a plane.
As long as he does double digits. And the first one is 2. Meet me in my office.
It's a way to shut them up.
Why did you come forward today, Miss Gray? Can you, describe this for the grand jurors?
It's a memo Mr. Fleming drafted 5 years ago.
Would you read it for us now? Thank you, Miss Gray. About anything you heard here today, you know how I know you don't look that in. How'd you get that draft? I'm sure you know you're only here because we're forced. Because you're not as smart as the other jurors. Your vote is gonna count less than theirs. You're not really worth anything. The law. I stand here before you today to assert that Optimum Air took the dignity, the self-worth, the self-esteem of these women. And if you don't think that's property, just ask her. And after you do, I ask you to return a true bill of indictment, charging Optimum Air and all of its employees with grand larceny.
Unpleasant and tragic, but well done.
Let's hope the jury thinks the way. We'll plead guilty to manslaughter.
He serves 5 years for brutal rape and murder. Don't waste my time. Murder 2. He serves a minimum of 15. Have you received any promotions or raises over the past? And were they based on productivity levels as they related to caseloads? Over the last year, you increased Keith. It's gone to your boss's golfing buddy. You get laughed at. Why? Because they don't really want you here in the first place. Year after year. Know about any of these? How could you not? A legitimate one? Or did you instruct caseworkers to falsify? So which one is it, Miss Grayson? To advance your career by ignoring innocent children's pain and death, or you didn't want to. You are asked to do your job.
But you want to scapegoat me.
The night you met the defendant?
Not exactly soliciting. I was at a bar.
Did you tell him that he had to pay you to have sex with you? So you got a room. What happened next?
We started.
Other things like what?
Despite all your hard work,
Objection!
How dare you?
I need a recess.
Squat 225, 10 reps.
From what I've heard about raising kids, it never gets any easier. You can trust your instincts. You're jurors on the case. I didn't realize you were here. Muzio's caseloads from 30. I think it was possible for one caseworker to make as many home visits as you had assigned. But you knew he didn't. Muzio to backdate and file case reports on Keisha, isn't that right?
I asked him to come in, so we...
You have no knowledge of case number 30632? People's Exhibit 16 through 28, Your Honor. This boy's... Until you start to believe it yourself. It's to you, ladies and gentlemen, but to me, to the women of Optimum Air, that's the sound of a woman's dignity circling the bowl. And the hand that's flushing the toilet belongs not just to the men who committed these offenses, but to everyone who knew and let them happen. Can you be demeaned by a culture? I say yes. Can it humiliate you? You bet it can. Can it actually rape you? Sadly, the answer is yes.
How and why this happened after we adjourned this as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'd like to apologize to the court, to Miss McLaughlin, and to Miss Miglani, and if you guys are 3, thank you.
There you are.
What are you doing
I
here?
was in the building, checking in with Dodds. You know, I gotta come back to work eventually. You okay? I heard Judge Barth read you the riot act.
I deserved it. Family court judge gave Merrill a 3-year sentence with the stipulation of regular mental health evaluation. Hope so. For 21 years.
Mr. Barba.
Yes.
Enforcing the law.
That's correct. Yes. It is.
So, what happened here?
I don't believe that what I did was murder.
But...
Yes, I killed him. But what I did, I don't believe that it was murder. There were these, flowers on the table. How wonderful they are. He couldn't smell them. His mom was playing one of Bach's cantatas, the Eternal Bach. Drew couldn't hear it. He'd never see a cloud. The moon. The bottom line is that he would never even know that these things existed. He didn't know if he was hungry or thirsty. He couldn't recognize the faces of his mother or his father. All that he did know, all that he would ever know.
Caseworker visited every week, even though his family had moved back to El Salvador. About case number 20185, a 4-year-old girl. She was admitted to the ER with cigarette burns all over her body. Oh boy, case number 5462. When the reality was, his mother was forcing him to drink bleach.
He didn't know it was the pain that was his so-called life. The doctors say that his brain had stopped functioning. In Roe v. Wade, the court implied that an unborn baby was alive when it could survive on its own. All I know is that when I looked in his crib, I saw a baby who couldn't form the most basic thought of his own. He couldn't love or hate or hope. And when I saw the pain, that the unutterable suffering that his existence was causing, to do something, whether that meant going to prison or not. Day after day, you can sense it. I mean, they don't really say it to your face, but you know what they're thinking. You can tell because the guy in the next office, he's making twice what you make and he does half the work, year after year. You can tell because that promotion that you've been waiting for.
All right, Keith inherits the Ozuna case last November when his co-worker...
After April.
No reports on...
Supervisors signed off on these?
Okay, copy that.
That's not good.
No, it's not. Why don't I walk over, pay my respects?
Child Services is a city agency. There are protocols.
The caseworker lied about his visit.
Shares it with Mr. Householder. You feel guilty for what you're doing? I did what I felt was right. I do.
I don't work for NYPD. Jenny may have caught the first break of her life. There's a CEO on it, Roger Pierce, worth 20 million. I reread the Violence Against Women Act. Technically, the way the law is worded mandates that each offender compensates the victim for all losses. I'm going after Pierce for all of it. It's called... Report on the Ozunas dated 2 weeks ago?
Oh, there is. But doesn't mean he was there.
If I had to guess, he hasn't seen the Ozunas for at least 4 months.
4 months? How do we know? Walk me through this. $1 worth. We've had a few other men agree to help this woman and her daughter get the counseling they need because it's the right thing to do. You are obviously not one of those men. So let me put this in terms that you do understand. We can knock the charge down to simple possession of child pornography. 1-year house arrest and several liability. He's free to chase after the rest of Jenny's victimizers to collect the money. It becomes his problem, not hers. You shared videos of child rape. You downloaded these videos and shared them. That makes you complicit in creating a demand for this kind of illegal product. Not formally arrested, 10 years probation, you pay $4 million in restitution, or we can charge you with distribution, and you go away for a decade.
Fictitious. And so does Vincent Love, your boss.
Here's the point, smartass.
Homie gotta move off this.
That audio, courtesy of Vincent Love and the now departed Cash Lewis, was recorded 2 days before Eva was attacked. The client testifies. If he'd been Cash Lewis, we're urging him to break off his romance with Eva.
Cash may have attacked Eva, but that is all over and done with. And Vincent had nothing to do with it.
That sounds like a conflict of interest. I'd much rather bury the man.
The supervisor signed up.
No one likes bad headlines, but let me be clear, I'm not...
He's investigating at my request.
All right. We're all friends.
Let us know.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. By the way, I hear you're on the lieutenant's list.
They just call us off.
Well, they called you off. Responsible for killing Eva than you. If you cooperate, I'll reduce the murder charge.